I now call to order the regular meeting of the Township of Morris County Planning Board for November 17th, 2025. The legal notice required in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act has been satisfied, and a statement certifying same will be executed. Will you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. To call the roll, Sonia?
Here.
Here.
Mr. Flowers?
Here.
Mr. Rabbit?
Here.
Ms. Murphy? Here. Mr. Benoit?
Here.
Mr. Riglia?
Here.
Mr. Bond?
Here.
Mr. Warner?
Here.
Mr. Bush?
Here.
And I, Sonia Smith, Rebel.
Okay. Our first order of business is the resolution. Mr. Warner, you want to
Certainly, Mr. Chairman, I have to
kick
tee
that
it
up?
up. This will be capital project review night, I guess.
Right.
This was a capital project review for the Township of Morris. Involved a project at a certain address that we're very familiar with and currently located at ourselves, 50 Woodland Avenue. It was an installation of a temporary storage pod, and the board did find unanimously that the project was not inconsistent with the master plan, a reasonable exercise of the township's legal authority, and actually did not have a single recommendation. So with respect to the installation of that storage pod. So hopefully it's an accurate memorialization of the board's determination on review, and we'll find out momentarily.
Well, George isn't here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Has anyone else found anything?
The grammarian?
Yeah. Okay. Can I accept I'll have to entertain a motion to,
I'll move.
is there a second?
I'll move that we accept this. Oh, it was, okay, good. Oh, I'll second that.
Okay,
I'll
thank
just
you.
vote if you want me to, whatever.
Do you call the rolls?
Ms. Van Order?
Yes.
Mr. Flowers?
Yes.
Ms. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Benoit?
Yes.
Mr. Riglia?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
So moved.
Okay. Moving on to our public hearing. So we have another courtesy review.
Certainly, yes.
Yes.
This is as stated, a capital project review night. This is the Morris County Park Commission, and just a reminder for the board that the capital project review is a function of the planning board whenever the governing body or any other public agency having jurisdiction over the location, character, or extent of a capital project. Before any action taken necessitating the expenditure of public funds, we as a planning board are given an opportunity to review the project, make recommendations, if any, in conjunction with the master plan. And that applies to all public agencies as well as the state, county, and our municipalities. So hence the Morris County Morris County Park Commission is here this evening to make a presentation for our review. It is a public hearing. We'll go through the formalities of swearing in our witness or witnesses, but maybe we could hear from them first, and I'll also swear in our engineer as well.
Thank you. Here. So go ahead, swear them in.
Okay.
Unless-
Are you both going to be testifying?
We could, I might be.
You might, okay, just in case, if you
Right.
both raise your right hand as well as our engineer, do all of you swear to God or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Back to you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Do you want to proceed? Because we're ready to start.
Sure. Just give ourselves a quick intro.
Yes, thank you.
I'm Dave Helmer, Executive Director of the Morris County Park Commission.
And working with Morris County. My name's Stephen Fong from HPO with Engineer.
And if I may, just you're licensed in the state of New Jersey as a civil engineer?
That's correct.
Okay, and your license is in good standing?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, and
Yeah.
suspect it, okay.
I will accept your credentials. Go ahead.
Thank you, please proceed.
Yeah. So let me just go over this project of the board here. I'm sure you guys have a copy of the plan, but we're working at Morris County Park. It's between Morris Township.
Could you use the microphone? It's not that, I think we can hear you, but that it is being recorded, so.
Okay, yeah. So at Lewis Morris Park, most of the work is being done near Mendham Road, at the cultural center, the maintenance building, and the Sunrise Lake Boat House, which is in Mendham Township.
And if I may, this is a set of plans that is the last revised date, September 24th, 2025. On the right there, top right.
Or 24th, yeah.
Yes, okay, so that, the board does have these plans, and they were provided, I guess we've only had them less than 10 days, so
was about a week.
we'll refer to these plans as A1.
Okay.
And then if you go through the sheets, just reference which sheet you're at.
Yeah.
Do we not have an easel for them to use?
What's that?
Don't we have an easel for them to use?
It's okay?
Okay.
Probably not gonna be too long a presentation, I suspect.
Yeah, I hope not. So we have a couple sites. The original project covered 5 different sites, but we only moved forward with 3, 2 of which are in Morris Township and under your jurisdiction.
And this is a septic system replacement project, correct?
That's correct. It's a septic system replacement project, and we'll get into the details as we flip through the next 2 sheets.
Sheet number?
Septic plan 2. Sheet number.
The drawing name is septic plan 2, sheet 9 of 25. So, as we're saying, we're replacing the septic system. The existing septic system is further down the hillside over here, which we're gonna demolish at the end of this construction. But as part of this construction for the new septic system, there's 2 main components. We have the disposal fields, which is where all the cleaned water will be pumped to and infiltrated into the ground after being treated. And then we have the actual treatment system. The treatment system contains 3 separate septic tanks, and then there's 1 reactor which does most of the filtering and treatment. And associated with that septic system is a shed that is required by the manufacturer. It contains some electrical equipment, blowers, pumps, and then it also has sodium bicarbonate, which they use to treat the septic. And then associated with that, we're just, running electrical lines to and from the tanks out to the field. And that's pretty much the gist of the design. The location of the cultural center, it is set back over 400 feet from Mendham Road. And the distance between the shed and the building right now is approximately 50 feet. It's just under. Are there any questions on this plan or area?
Just maybe a question for Mr. Warner. I say much of the emphasis, as I read the materials that we got, the maps and the TCC report dealt with the shed, but we're really looking at the entire septic replacement plan, and the shed is part of that?
The shed is the accessory structure being added to the site plan component, which to obtain building permits for the subcode officials for the various appurtenances requires engineering sign off, that being zoning and engineering. And so that appropriate mechanism was to do the courtesy review on the capital improvement side of things here in front of you tonight. So yes, we are talking about the whole project, but had there not been an accessory structure of the shed, it just as easily could have probably worked through construction permits without needing to see this light of day.
Just out of curiosity, how old is the existing septic system that is being replaced?
So the building was built in 1929.
Okay.
We've been still trying to find what may have taken place between 29 and now.
Okay.
There are no other locations around the cultural center where a septic could have been placed, other than actually we're replacing the new one. It's in a very odd spot off the side of a hill. So if you looked up from Mendham Road, looking up at the cultural center, you wouldn't have placed that. You probably could never have placed that in this day and age.
Yeah.
So we haven't found any other type of system. The building was built as a spa in 1929 for certain ailments of the time. There was 34 individual rooms. We don't know the capacity at that point in time.
That's the cultural center.
That's the cultural center, correct?
Okay.
So you're pumping from these tanks that you're installing into the field.
That's correct. Yeah.
And then the field, you said treatment, it's just dispersal, right? Or do you have to treat it before it even gets to the field?
It's treated at the tanks that are located.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Yes.
not like your home septic system?
No. It's being stored in these first two tanks to separate out the solids, and then this middle system here is called a amphidrome reactor, and then it's filtering through, and that's how it's being treated with bacteria, and also through filtering through little airs in it, and then it's being pumped from this last tank out to the fields.
It's what we consider an advanced wastewater technology for a septic system.
Yeah.
So you would see it on commercial grade installations or larger residential that would be at a max capacity of say 2,000 gallons per day.
Right.
So you're removing those solids, and then you're taking that pre-treated effluent, running it through a biological process to treat it before it becomes a post-treated effluent for discharge back in the ground.
So,
Yeah, so it's not unlike the sewer system, right?
It's a boiled down version, and the intent is that it's still a septic system, so it's not a full sanitary processing plant, but you're potentially going to see higher loads in certain peaks, and this type of technology allows you to ensure that you don't have an effluent that has too much of that waste product in it.
yeah. So some of the chemicals or whatever is needed for that treatment will be in the shed?
Yeah, so the shed is, I believe, primarily electrical components and other appurtenances that make sure that operates properly, dosing and other things.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and just, I guess to add on to that, we did go through the New Jersey DP treatment works application approval, so we have that permit in hand if you guys need it as well.
Is there a lighting and security on the shed, or there doesn't need to be because it's within the park?
Well, and it's within the footprint of the building as well. So this is a back parking area, so there's lights on the building itself. And then internally, there's lighting, of course, if you're doing treatment.
The building's not going to be lit up or anything?
Oh, no. It's with all the existing building lights that we have now.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Yeah, so I just want to make sure we've covered the
Well, there's-
memo, all the questions and potential recommendations
Okay.
made. So, since my colleague is not seated to my
Right.
right, the
She said she figured you could handle it.
Give you a chance to
You should
talk.
have known better by now. I'll have to give her some legal advice never to rely on me again, because that might be confusing. The reason for the proposed shed we have, as well as the reason for the proposed location, I guess we got that as well. Present the elevation drawings of the potential colors. Maybe someone can address that.
So, I think I've memorized, the shed is a 10 by 12. We call it an Agway shed, but not coming from Agway. Roof shingles are 20-year life expectancy. Roof shingles, brown color, brown. And the building itself is a beige pop color, almost to match the existing cultural center building, which what it looks like. It's stucco and beige at that deep darkness. The roof load is loaded for snow load in this area. There are louvers and fans to keep air flowing through the space. It's on a 12-inch concrete slab. It has, I think it's 4x4 pressure-treated foundation runners, and it's insulated as well.
And roof the planning board. Provide information on other equipment that may be, any other equipment that may be located above ground.
Yeah, there'll be a junction box between the reactor and the shed. That's more just for controls and really for, I believe they explained it to me as like an explosion-proof method to break the two systems.
Any bollards for protection purposes? of
There will be
building,
bollards.
Parking lot?
Mainly in front of the shed, and there might be a couple above the tanks.
I'm sorry, above.
Actually, sorry, there will be none above the tanks. All the tanks are have H20 loaded, rated covers, so you can park on top of them. So
So it's one-way traffic around the front of the building and the back of the building. The bollards will be as you're coming around the side of the building before you pass the 10 by 12 shed. So at this location here.
yeah, and we also have it near the reactor. As you mentioned, the other above ground features. There will be one spot that we'll be taking away, one parking spot for that. There will be the control junction box, and then there'll also be a vent for air ventilation.
And with the one parking spot that will be lost, I'm assuming it's going to be relocated elsewhere, but I don't know. It won't be.
Some folks will have to walk further to the office. We're a park system, so that's a good thing.
You're on the record saying that.
And any noise related to the project post-construction?
You'll hear the pumps come on. Obviously, with the park and it being a county system, we're also insulated by a number of trees around the area. But you'll hear the pumps, and it will come on very infrequently, only for a couple hours, just to pump it out to the field. But
That's an on-site sound attenuation.
yeah,
Right, I guess. And that covers, I believe, the TCC memo. And I don't think there's any other reports or memos with respect to this.
I did have one question, another question. Is this being done to just replace and upgrade the existing septic system, or are you expecting some enhanced usage and increased use
No,
of the?
so it's a great question. So actually, the funding for this project, the other two in the park, two more in one of our parks in Jefferson and one more in our park in Kinnelon were American Recovery Program funding for wastewater treatment enhancements. We had a study done a number of years ago on half of our 54 septics in the park system, and we identified septics that we were pumping more frequently. And this happens to be one of the 6 that we were pumping more frequently. The use of the cultural center is remaining the same. It's the Park Commission's headquarters. I don't foresee us moving another time during my lifetime, at least. We've moved from the Freeling Heights of Arboretum. As you're probably aware, we do have an auditorium, but it's already currently rented out kind of in a piecemeal fashion. But we don't see any additional increased use for the site.
Okay.
Even though we had to build a 3,000 gallon. It's the very nature of the site.
Okay, thank you. You had the other sheet, I guess?
The vendor itself.
yeah. I guess we'll go over the other side as well. So this is at the Morris County's Lewis Morris maintenance yard, maintenance building.
That's sheet 11.
Sheet 11 and 25.
Okay.
It's pretty much the same setup, but it's a smaller system. And for this system, we don't need a shed, mainly due to the equipment, the size of the equipment. In this system, it's 2 underground tanks, 1 reactor, and then a much smaller disposal field associated with it. We will still have the air vent and the junction box out here, close to one of the fences surrounding the property.
So as a point of reference, the entrance to the park is here. Route 24 Mendham Road is here. And this is the maintenance shop that you can see just off of Mendham Road on your way into the main entrance of Lewis Morris County Park.
And then we're drawing electric from the existing electrical power for the maintenance yard, and the control panel will be just outside of the entrance building, but all right next to the building. No additional structures.
No operational conflicts with the location.
We believe this is a 1977 septic replacement. That's the original maintenance shop that was constructed on site. No increased use or capacity or, increase other than it is at this point in time.
Just a quick question. Is this the maintenance shop that's on the way up to the dog park? You pass it as you go?
That's correct, on the right-hand
All
side.
right, just trying to get my mental model.
Any other questions?
No.
No, okay, I guess we're okay.
Since the public hearing, notwithstanding
Right.
the dearth of members of the public behind me here, we should open and close for question and comment.
Right. Okay. Okay.
I move we open public hearing, public testimony.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I move we close the public.
All in favor?
We have a lot of fun up here.
Fair opportunity for questioning and comment has taken place.
Okay.
If nothing further? And somewhat interesting not having my colleague to my right, because the part of the determination to be made is it not inconsistent with the master plan? If I recall correctly, the master plan certainly speaks to having appropriate infrastructure and facilities, utilities, et cetera, septic, sewer, what have you. So I would imagine that my colleague to my right would advise you that there's nothing with respect to this project that would be inconsistent, and therefore the project is not inconsistent with the master plan. And it is up to you to advise whether you have any recommendations that might make it even further consistent with the master plan or not. And I'll await your deliberations.
Well, I guess from my point of view, without being able to cite specific parts of the master plan, certainly the environmental aspects, improving old septic systems are certainly consistent with not only not inconsistent, but consistent with the master plan. And a small shed added as an accessory structure is a very small price to pay for improving, or small additions for improving that whole septic design. So I would certainly agree that it would be not inconsistent with the master plan. And I can't think of any other recommendations. Seem to have covered it. The colors and I think it sounds like a great
Actually
deal.
it sounds like a big improvement,
Yes.
particularly at the cultural center.
Yes.
I think it's appropriate to make a motion to approve this and to recommend that it is not inconsistent with the master plan.
And no recommendations
No
beyond.
No further
No,
recommendations.
I'll second.
She's writing names. Roll call?
Mr. Colesto.
Yes.
Ms. Van Order.
Yes.
Mr. Flowers.
Yes.
Mr. Rabbit.
Good use of the ARP money, yes.
Ms. Murphy.
Yes.
Mr. Benoit.
Yes.
Ms. Bariglia.
Yes.
Mr. Vine.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank you
very
for.
much.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. The resolution for the next meeting.
Right.
And just to memorialize that determination,
I did.
I believe we can move on.
Okay. Anything from the legislative committee?
Not right now,
Nothing?
no.
Okay. Again, we see no public for public comments, so we can.
Can we
Yes.
go back to the legislative question for a minute?
Sure.
There was a proposal some years ago made by Kathy Wilson to change the notification period. And I think that's kind of been in abeyance forever. I don't know if that is something that's ever going to come up again, or if there's something that needs to be done as a result.
It came up when we were doing actually doing the Catch Road. And there was some, I don't want to say disagreement, there was some information as to exactly who had to be noticed at that time. And that was a redevelopment, which was different. So we have had that discussion, and we, again, would like to see the state. I don't know if you saw Kathy Wilson's op-ed in the paper about it.
Yes,
No, but I think that's what you're referring to, right?
Yeah,
There was
right.
a few years
Yeah, I
ago,
did
there was
see
a
that,
push
yeah.
for the change
Right,
in the
but
state.
again, so it's something that we will continue to try to get the state. We do feel that it,
Well, it's not something we can do independently.
We
because
have done it independently.
Sorry?
We have done some things independently in terms of notifications and
So we do more notification than the state requires?
yes,
Well,
in that one instance.
right,
Right,
when
but
the
I'm saying
township is
normally we-
acting,
Yeah.
but
When
not
the
not
township is
acting, not the
required, not
planning
requiring other
Right.
private
We can't
applicants.
require private
Yes.
applicants.
That was my understanding.
Okay, I'm sorry, I-
Yeah.
Unless you're new.
So the answer is it's still in abeyance at the state level, as far as we know.
yeah, we're still trying to get it through. And I think it's instead of 10 days, it's 21 days.
I believe that was.
And what was the other piece? It was
The notification.
the 200 feet to 400
To
feet
400 feet,
notification.
That's a lot.
Yep.
I disagree with that.
Right, so that's why there were certain things that came
Right.
up and it was not
Sounds like
Right.
a lot.
passed it by the state.
Waste everybody's time.
Yeah, we probably will never go for it, actually.
Okay,
See what it is, someone's studying against that.
and I guess we have no need for a closed session at this point?
No need for a
Nothing?
closed
Okay.
session. I am looking over.
I make a motion we adjourn.
I have one other question, if I may.
Yes.
Nobody's second that motion.
No one's seconding it.
Well, we haven't voted on it yet, so.
My question has to do with master planning, which is due in 2027. Here we are at the end of 2025. And we've talked from time to time about getting started and doing certain segments ahead of others and whatnot. I just want to ask a general question of the planning board. You know, we wanted to do a complete redo and not keep referring back to 1994. So my thought is we could do it a number of ways. We could take it section by section. We could spin off little subcommittees to look at certain sections. We could do a whole bunch of things that would get us started down the road, or we could just defer everything until 2027. So my question is, are there any opinions on how we might want to do that? It does require funding from the township, so there's that. Has to go into a budget.
Yep.
But I'm a little bit antsy about getting it off the ground, and we did agree that we were going to add some new sections, like sustainability, and there were a couple of
On the climate.
there were a couple of
assessment
other
report
there were
would
a
be
couple of other
required.
things that were new categories. Some of those can probably be written in advance, almost with largely standard boilerplate to be tweaked a little bit. So I'm just curious to know what everybody's thought is about that.
Well, I had hoped by this time, I talked about it a couple months ago, a couple of weeks ago, that we'd start to get together and ask Liz and others to put together a plan for,
Just
Plan
do a
for the
but do a
plan.
plan for the
Right.
plan, yeah.
Right.
and then we've had
Concept.
additional, well, no, not a concept, a plan for how we come up with the plan, yeah, anyways. And then with the, things have come up, including with the affordable housing, and we haven't had a chance, but I'm
Right.
hoping before the end of the year, then I will get a chance to meet with Tim and our staff and Liz and everyone and kind of an idea of what they think might be the process should be. And then we can discuss that as we go into
It just
next
seems
year.
like we have a bit of a lull. I mean, we're not really busy. We could be knocking some of this stuff out if we had a plan for the plan.
Right, but I think, like a schedule for
A schedule,
what we
right,
want to,
timeline.
what we want to do and, roughly, the schedule for how we want to do it, which I think, as you said, as we talked about last year, we should get started in 2026.
Yeah.
Because that gives us, 18 months if,
Right.
I'm willing to be on a subcommittee.
What?
I'm willing to be on a subcommittee.
That's,
So,
that would be,
Well, that
yeah.
is one approach. Yeah,
Right.
we could certainly do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I,
Could I
Well-
just say, I think that probably the very first step is to just confirm with the with the town committee and with Tim Quinn that this is a basically there's a scope of service that's going to be required
it's probably going to be an RFP and all these other things. So, I mean, it has to be budgeted. And I assume it is budgeted. And I think that's, that's the first question is it budgeted? What's the timeline on getting that moving? Because we could do a lot of little committee work and it might be kind of busy work, but really my understanding is it's going to be a professional planner that manages all aspects of this.
Right.
And we might want to just get the confirmation that the township is planning to do this and get a confirmation of what the timeline is for getting that planner designated and moving.
Right. Well, there is an advantage if you spread it out over time. You don't have
Agreed.
everything coming in one budget year. You can spread it out over a couple of years and then it's a little less painful overall. It still costs the same amount, one assumes, but it doesn't have to be all in one fell swoop. So I just don't, I'm hoping that we don't decide to wait until January 27 to figure out that we got
No, we're definitely, we've talked about that.
Yeah.
We're not waiting.
I think as Rick had said, that the intention all along was to start the process in 26.
Yeah, okay.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.